Most babies get a warm blanket and a bottle when they spawn in. This kid, he gets summoned to a high-stakes divine court immediately. No character creation screen, just straight to the boss room. He is sweating bullets because some random bearded god is already demanding a pact. Bro is thinking, I literally just got here, but the pressure is overwhelming. He doesn't even have object permanence yet, and he is already signing away his life to a deity he has never heard of. The old man isn't just asking for a favor though. He drops a gift of immense power and promises a prosperous future. Basically, he is handing over the ultimate cheat codes, maxing out the kid's stats before the tutorial even loads. Then, just like that, he dumps the weight of the world onto these tiny shoulders and dips. The contract is signed, sealed, and delivered. No tutorial mode, no manual, just good luck and have fun. Welcome to the tutorial level, the Academy. Yuno spent his entire childhood trying to patch his glitchy, overflowing power, so he forgot to actually train his stats. He is deep in regret mode, realizing his build is absolute trash when a voice snaps him back to reality. Enter Meru. This bowl-cut menace is already screaming about incompetence, treating the hallway like a Twitter comment section. He looks at Yuno and sees nothing but a commoner holding a sword. He demands to know why the admins let a bug like Yuno into the server. Yuno hits him with the ultimate apathy counter. Bro, I didn't even want to be here. Meru is about to pop a blood vessel, but Yuno? He is mentally playing Farming Simulator. He just wants to farm potatoes in peace, but this guy will not stop yapping. Yuno casually reminds him that he passed the entrance exam, so they are stuck together. And that whole noble status thing, null and void on campus, get wrecked. Meru activates main villain energy. He drops the heavy accusation. Yuno only got in because of his daddy's name. Pure nepotism charges. He rallies the NPCs, turning the whole hallway into a roast session. The mob mentality is real. Yuno sighs. He is so done with this script. But wait! A wild Alice appears. She tells the lobby to zip it and drops facts. Yuno might not have the brawn, but he has got the big brain plays. Legit skills only. Meru tries to clap back, asking if getting first place on the leaderboard went to her head. Bold move, Cotton. Alice goes for the jugular. She challenges Meru to a 1v1 comparison of exam scores. Emotional damage. Meru is literally shaking. The gossip mill starts churning. Apparently, a Marquise's daughter is thirsty for our boy Yuno. Yuno watches the carnage from the sidelines. He knows once Alice starts spitting bars, it is game over. Now the whole server is staring at him. Yuno is sweating bullets. He was fine being the outcast, but being the center of attention, nightmare fuel. The crowd is judging his entire existence. He remembers his dad's warm, fuzzy parenting advice. Get into the academy or get deleted from the family tree. Dad was ready to disown him for being incompetent, but his big sister gave him the buff he needed. She believed in him when no one else did. Back in reality, the wholesome flashback ends. Soleil kicks down the door. Tutorial over. Class is in session. Soleil orders the mob to sit down. Meru clicks his tongue, still salty about taking the L, but the game has officially started. Yuno decides to quit while he is ahead and smooth things over with his new bodyguard. He thanks Alice for the save, and she hits him with the classic tsundere it's fine, signaling the beef is officially squashed. But the wholesome moment gets nuked instantly. Professor Soleil tries to start class, but Meru raises his hand. He is not here to learn, he is here to snitch. He points straight at Yuno, demanding to know why a guy with 0 magic and 0 sword skills is breathing the same air as the elites. Soleil checks the receipts and admits Yuno flunked the practical harder than anyone, but then he drops the hammer. Yuno did not just pass the written exam, he scored the first perfect 100 in the Academy's history. The class loses their minds. Alice is smug, Yuno plays humble, and Meru looks like he just swallowed a lemon. Soleil tells him to maybe study instead of yapping and moves on to the real lesson. Now for the lore drop. Packs are a one-time deal. The stronger the god's fame, the stronger the buff. If you pick a nobody, you stay a nobody. Yuno starts sweating bullets because the old man he knows is not in any textbook. He asks if dual-wielding gods is possible. Soleil says yes, but it is rare. To explain, he brings in a live example. The door opens and the vibe in the room shifts completely. Alice had warned him earlier that he might not want to watch this. Yuno finally realizes why. This is not a lesson, it is a public execution of dignity. Out walks a girl in rags who claims to be a god, but she admits she has no name. The class immediately starts giggling, sensing the weakness. Maru steps up like he owns the place. He tells the class to listen, but it is a setup. He starts clowning her immediately, calling her a weak god to her face. She tries to maintain composure, warning them not to be fooled by stray gods, but she is shaking. She explains the rules. If you know a god's name, you can avoid a bad pact. Maru sees the loophole instantly. He asks for her name, knowing she does not have one. Absolute menace behavior. She apologizes for existing and Maru pounces. He confirms that if he makes a pact, he gets to name her. She agrees. He grins like a shark and says, "Allow me to make a pact with you." The poor girl thinks he is being nice, but he instantly admits he lied. He demands the ritual. Alice screams for him to stop, but he is already forcing the issue, making the nameless god question everything. But he does not finish it. He leans in and names her incompetent god. He laughs, saying he does not even need to pact with trash like her. It was just a warm-up for the real thing. This guy is asking to be deleted. The deity takes the abuse with a sad smile, and Maru tells the class to take a turn bullying her. That is the last straw. Yuno clenches his fist. Mankind is not worthy of this kind of patience. Yuno corners Alice about this mysterious stray god. 12 years without a pact? To him, that does not sound like a warning, it sounds like a challenge. Alice starts sweating bullets, practically begging him not to speedrun his way to the lobby. She tries to pull the friendship card, guilt-tripping him with all that boring logic about following the rules to get reborn. She really thinks he cares about the handbook right now. Yuno hits her with the ignore button. He politely thanks her for the sentiment, then locks eyes with Maru. He tells the bully he better start sprinting. Maru is still buffering when Yuno introduces a fist to his solar plexus. You can see the exact moment his ego shatters into a million pieces. That is instant regret. The guy looks like his soul just disconnected from the server. The rest of the class freezes in horror, watching their precious social hierarchy get deleted in real time. He gets launched backward, skidding across the floor like a sack of potatoes until friction finally decides to stop him. Yuno stands over the wreckage, looking totally unbothered. He was fine with being called incompetent, but he never signed a waiver saying he was weak. Turns out, Yuno has been sitting on a tactical nuke since the maternity ward. Old man Zeus handed him infinite mana, but Yuno ran the numbers. That kind of heat puts a target on your back, so he played the long game, blending in like a background texture to avoid the drama. But the act is over. He drops to one knee before the goddess, finally deciding to toggle his effort switch to on. She freezes, her face flushing red because nobody has ever treated her with basic human decency, let alone reverence. He proposes a pact, mostly because he wants to see if she can actually smile. The peanut gallery in the back immediately starts screaming cap, convinced he is running a scam. Yuno tunes out the background noise and offers his hand. His internal logic is simple. If he injects his overflow mana into this stray deity, he buffs her stats and secures a powerful ally. It is basic resource management. But let's be real, he just hates seeing the waterworks. She hesitates, analyzing the threat level, before realizing he is her only lifeline and latching onto him. He seals the deal by kissing her hand. This isn't some chivalrous greeting, it is a binding magical contract signed in audacity. The air gets heavy. She gets a literal glow-up, bathed in holy light. But the installation isn't complete. She needs a name to lock in the save file. He dubs her Athena. She accepts the tag with teary eyes, pledging eternal loyalty to a guy she met 5 minutes ago. Then it hits her. She doesn't even know his username. He smirks, finally deleting the NPC persona. He introduces himself as Yuno Astario, and he is officially done playing on easy mode. Heads swivel across the courtyard. Whispers stack as Yuno strolls beside a stray god, thinking stay cool. He leans toward her, voice calm. She stammers, shoulders tight, every rumor poking like needles. She apologizes with hands clasped. Yuno listens, mapping fallout, vowing he shields her from academy vultures. He flips the mood, hyping her cuteness like a fanboy. She puffs up, the crowd melts, her eyes glisten. She breathes in and asks if he regrets choosing her at all. He holds her gaze and restates it clean, the pact itself, testing trust before fear spreads. His answer bursts like glitter. No regret. He beams and celebrates her cuteness with reckless sincerity. Days pass at the academy. His legend grows, footprints louder than lectures and bells. Students pivot and whisper. The headline shifts from packed gossip to a noble getting rocked. He groans at the label. Says it was one punch. Armor clanged, suspension served, story exaggerated. Nobles hold grudges. He braces for payback and plans routes to protect her, no matter what. If you want part 2, comment cut EGOD below and tell me your favorite moment. Class drones as the teacher yaps while a girl eases the door and peeks, heartbeat scouting. Her eyes lock on him, breath snags, fingers tense. Target acquired, nerves spark like live wire. Joy floods as she realizes she finally forged a pact. She reaches forward like claiming destiny. Yuno hides a smug blush, hand grazing cheek, until Alice side-eyes that goofy grin and roasts him. He leans over, apologizes, expecting judgment. Alice stays cool, says the pact itself isn't the issue. She lays it out. Watch Maru's squad. She predicts payback, and Yuno stiffens, eyes popping, mental alarms. Those two glance back with hungry eyes. They smell revenge, and the afternoon mock battle becomes their stage. Yuno shrugs off worry, trusting Athena. She peeks from the doorway, smug little guardian ready to coach. Alice admits curiosity but keeps caution. Yuno locks in a plan to showcase blessings under bright eyes. Afternoon approaches, eyes sharpen, and Yuno prepares to stunt with Athena today. If you want part 2, comment "Could Egod" below. Yuno sets a mission, clear Athena's name. He thinks reputation decides everything, so he proves her worth. He plants his feet, levels the spear, and breathes. Strategy is win with clean technique, not borrowed power. Zeus looms, offering raw strength. Yuno knows it steals credit, so he locks that cheat away. He maps a rumor engine. Crush mock battle. Crowd gushes. Athena's clout spikes. Contracts pour. Blessing grows. He rubs his chin, simulates the timeline, and breathes between doubts. Ride momentum. Stack wins. Never overreach. Whispers pop about the stray god. Yuno clocks a rule, but Athena lacks juice to shapeshift. He hates leaving her outside. Protective brain spins solutions, dematerialize, invisibility, anything to keep her comfortable. She peeks from the doorway, blush soft, bows a little. His heart thumps once, processing that respectful sparkle. He blurts that she is cute, louder than intended. Brain crashes, cheeks heat, classmates clock the crush. Even a divine commentator roasts him for spacing out. Fair point, my guy drifts like a balloon. Teacher flags him to the guidance room later. He straightens, hides the sweat, nods, focus snapping back. Mock battles kick off. He curls his fingers around the spear and whispers, "Show them what Athena built." Cliffhanger locked. Do not blink. If you want part 2, comment "Cut God" below and buckle up. Arena buzzes. Yuno snaps the practice blade through air, hips turning. He thinks, she worries. I deliver with her gift. Lineup forms, nerves hiding behind capes. Teacher calls everyone in. Yuno clocks rules. Plots quick, clean dominance. Low catch-up weapons only. Baby spells only. Yuno smiles, thinking, fine, I win within limits. Alice promises zero mercy. Call for volunteers hits. Yuno rises slow, thinking, do not single her out. Pick smarter prey first. Maru drops the name like a gauntlet. Yuno exhales. All right, guess the bracket chose me. Maru whispers, lend me your face. Bro, chill. The tiny goddess peeks, curious, like, is my boy built for this? Footsteps scrape. Doubters gossip about the stray pact. Yuno thinks, perfect. Underestimate me. I cash that disrespect into wins today. Position set under the teacher's gaze. Yuno plants heels, breath steady, thinking, control distance, bait swings, punish every reach. Maru smirks, salutes the guts. He tries to live rent-free in Yuno's head. Nice try. Yuno answers calm, packed brag loaded. Inside, he sets a trap. Show strength early, break confidence in pieces. Maru laughs off divinity, calls him incompetent. Crowd snickers. I'm like, keep talking, mouth writing checks your guard can't cash. Yuno barely shifts a toe, eyes sharpen. He thinks, on his first twitch, I pierce the center line clean, begin. air snaps. Yuno surges like a spring cut loose. Hungry to farm respect right now. Clash loading. First clean hit decides the pecking order. Blink and you miss the crowning. If you want part 2, comment "Caught God" below and tell me who swings first. Maru hurls a crescent wind slash, swearing he'll send Yuno to the lobby. Yuno dips inside hunting range. Alice panics, yelling to dodge. Burn bloodline hits different. God's boost won't autopilot. Head on means pain today, friend. Yuno pivots. Spear bites the gust. Skids sparks. Redirects the cutter. He reads trajectories. Classmates gasp. Respect spikes. Maru rages, spits insults. Yuno stays icy, calculating tempo advantage, baiting another sloppy cast on purpose this exchange. Yuno slides low, sweeps the shaft across ankles. He targets chant rhythm. Maru chokes mid-word, balance shredded badly. He chambers the staff with a smirk, knowing chants die in clinch. Opponent flails backward, guard crawling late. Yuno drives through, feet carving lines, polehead buries in guard. He commits body weight, blonde sails, cape snapping like flags. Impact rattles teeth. He winces. Hand claws for breath, eyes watering. Pride wobbles harder than knees right now. Yuno pauses, surprised. First time anyone ate that combo and stood. Mental calculator spins, tweaks routes for rerun. He smirks. This duel just leveled up. If you want part 2, comment "Cut God" below. Plant, twist, strike as Yuno floods pressure, slamming Maru backward, and he claims control. Pure intent. Eyebrows launch from the cheap seats, whispers spike into shouts. They clock the upset, jaws hanging. Maru drops to knees, breath rasps. He glares up like pride hurts more than ribs. Yuno pauses, heart thudding. Fingers test that card as realization creeps in about exactly what stirred. Power erupts. He curls inward, panic spiking. A steady voice drills in. Breathe, focus, while his sister stands exposed. A single eye snaps wide, fight or flight clicks, and a new gear readies. He studies his hand, guilt pricking. One slip once almost sent his sister to the lobby. Zeus looms in mind. He rules the current now, but the ceiling stays unknown. Scary. Maru shudders on the floor, tears streaking. Yuno hates it but feels thrill at dominance creeping. Hands rise, palms glowing faint. He vows to learn this engine, to harness it without collateral. Someone screams his name so loud it rattles ribs. Val snaps, and his head whips up. If you want part 2, comment "Cut God" below. She clasps up, showering praise. He steadies that dark orb and thinks, did I impress a literal god? Realization clicks and his lips part. He accepts it. That aura screams divine. So he breathes and plays cool. She waves from the rim, bright and confident. He banks on her wisdom like a cheat code. His smile tucks in, eyes hidden, message clear, bring it. He's ready and stubborn about winning. He snaps the spear overhead and hollers thanks. Those spear arts slap hard, every movement flows like water. He locks eyes with her in the stands and thinks, with her beside me, my rhythm never drops. He draws a line inside, he won't stray, conscience locked in like bedrock. She blushes and believes, challenge incoming. If you want part 2, comment "Cut God" below to bless the algorithm. He locks on, counts beats, maps reach, breath steady, patience coiled, eyes saying bring it now. Trash talk flies as the challenger charges in, blade high, telegraphing habits Yuno already filed. He clasps the reed inside, slides off the line, and whips a sweeping staff reality check. The staff pistons into his core, air shoots out, eyes pop, grip breaks, confidence deleted instantly. His sword helicopters skyward while Yuno drops his shoulders, calm again, and the kid stumbles backward. He chains parries and snaps, wrists flicking, knuckles kissing ribs, jaws drop as bodies spiral across the floor. Yuno stands alone in the wreckage of egos, staff low, classmates groaning in a tidy pile. He wonders if he overcooked it, scans the chaos, chuckles, decides nah, that was perfect seasoning. He clasps his hands and breathes. Plan locked, pace set, today needs clean execution, no wasted motion. Whispers ripple. 10-on-1 sounds crazy, yet they praise Yuno and eye those packed blessings. Call it the first step into a new lane, futures rerouting, doors cracking open across campus. Behind the cheers, a bigger game forms. Packs mean politics, and someone important just noticed Yuno. That is our opening salvo. More heat is coming. If you want part 2, comment Cutty-God below. New day on campus, rumor engines whirring, and Yuno walks in. Yeah, he's bracing for fallout. Plan paying off, he wanted Athena trending, and it works. Students orbit her, eyes locked, hands clasped, compliments flying. Across the walkway, whispers slice. They label Yuno the ketchup bath menace. He keeps pace, chin low, calculating damage control. He grumbles inside. Treacherous troublemaker, really. There was no ketchup. He dropped everyone with one tap, clean and controlled. Spotlights bless Athena, rumors dog Yuno. Lines get drawn tomorrow. If you want part 2, comment Cut-E-God below. She calls Yuno over, clasping hands, floats gently. He leans in, he's sure their reputation engine works. Nearby hater mumbles useless Astario, Yuno swallows the bait, keeps walking, strategy simple, don't feed trolls. He hits the corridor, weighs the scoreboard. Her fame climbs, his rumors spread, pressure sharpens his focus. He exhales by the window, decides to chill for now. Besides, something better might flip the script. Classroom quiets. He pictures her soft smile, tells himself that glow means gossip doesn't matter. Alice calls time to move. He blinks, brain buffering. He didn't know the next lesson moved classrooms.
She scolds about Teacher Soleil. He admits class bores him, shoulders slouch. She's not amused. Sigh lands.
Finger snaps forward, mission selected, he straightens up. All right, let's see what she planned. By the window, she points across to St. Ferris Girls Academy, announcing matchmaking today, quest unlocked. His eye tightens, mind sprints through worst cases. Matchmaking sounds like a chaos speedrun in uniforms. He asks, matchmaking, what does that even mean? Praying it's not another culture trap. More chaos is coming. If you want part 2, comment matchmaking below. He strides through the gates, clocking fountain gossip and stone judges. Aristocrat energy screams pressure and politics. The rule hits hard, knights guard a chosen lady. He swallows, thinking, babysit an heiress, no fumbles. Alice declares partner selection day. Yuno fires back, how do we even serve another academy? She lays it out, find a match, commute together, train in pairs. He pictures routines locking tight. Yuno blushes, mind racing. This could be real culture, but how choose and please, let her like me. Alice stays calm, confirms matchmaking exists, and teases rules that might break his dreams. Auditorium awaits. Repeat meetings until mutual yes. He imagines interviews, resumes, and painful awkward silences. Girls get dossiers, nominate their picks, knights play passive. He grins anyway. Shoot your shot by standing out. Yuno tells Alice he looks forward to it, chest up, trying to manifest main character luck. Alice whispers his name, eyes soft. She hides a worry, like she knows a curveball coming. Huge vibes brewing. If you want part 2, comment matchmaking below now. Yuno slumps, thinking, no one will talk to me. Rumors already built my prison. God checks on him. Yuno snaps upright, lies smooth, just admiring that building. Nothing suspicious. Promise. Inside, a mission echoes. Find a bride from Ferris Joe. He knows reputation beats mystery every time. Head fills with labels like incompetence and troublemaker. He clutches hard, bracing for public deletion. He scans the sparkling battlefield. Pure garden advantage for girls. Confidence draining like a leaky potion. He leans forward, foot stuck like glue, sweat rolling. Whispers, is there a barrier blocking only me? Alice waves him on. God hypes the interior. He squeaks an ah, shuffles like a busted cart. Courtyard erupts. Fangirls clap invisible tambourines as Alice glides in, cape swinging, greeting like royalty. They gush about Marquis bloodline, stars in their eyes. Curiosity snaps to her squad. Yuno jolts like caught cheating. Alice introduces her friend Yuno, and Athena, the god bound to him, heads pivot, attention laser focused. Girls trade smiles. Yuno waits for a hello, eyebrow raised with a question mark floating like a lonely balloon. Athena gets swarmed, sparkles detonating, cute, divine, everything. Please sign their sleeves. Yuno mutters, soul exits body. Alice bails to meet someone. Yuno half waves, brain screaming, did I just get speedrun ignored? He exhales at the ceiling sky. Yep, this situation is wild, and the drama just loaded. Want part 2? Comment matchmaking below, and I will pull every thread inside Ferris Joe. Yuno squares his shoulders, smooths his cape, and opens strong. Polite bow, weather chat, respectful smile. He pivots to charm, praises their beauty without blinking. They giggle, eyes bright, guard dropping fast. He probes their target list. One points at Alice. Halo vibes, but competition swarms like piranhas. The other backs Crane. Second favorite, long shot. Yuno clocks status politics and keeps his poker face. He lifts a finger to steer choices, but they flip it. Thoughts on Yuno Astario, Mr. Strategist. Whispers slice the hallway. Troublemaker label hits his ears. He tenses, foot scrapes, jaw locks. They call him the family's most worthless project. That digs deep. He fake chuckles inside to stop the spiral. Polite smiles arrive. Name and background, please. His heartbeat spikes. He scans exits, calculates stories, hates every option. Words drip out slow. He stalls with hedges, buying seconds. Truth feels radioactive, but lying feels worse. The girls trade confused looks. Silence stretches tight like wire. His window to steer vanishes. He stomps down the corridor. Boots clap, cape flares, eavesdroppers whisper, but he refuses dead-end drama. Frustration boils over. He snarls he didn't know they hated him this much, and vows a rebrand. He slides down the wall, breath heavy. A gauge blips 15%. Odd reading. A backup plan hovers. Unwanted. A voice cracks the air. Repeat that. Yuno whips around, heart spiking. If you want part 2, comment matchmaking below. Yuno leans into the doorway, heart thumping, hearing etiquette jabs fly as he clocks a fight brewing. Inside, 3 girls crowd Luna, and he thinks nobles play dirty while he probably shouldn't watch this. He studies posture like a coach and sees 3 attackers should win, yet their shoulders tense under her stare. Luna drops the niceties with a calm voice and a sharp edge, delivering a final warning across their pride. Backlit and bored, she orders them out and calls them eyesores with arrogance strong enough to bench a team. The leader snaps about repeat offenses, chest out and voice cracking, while her crew stacks up feeding off fury. Luna barely blinks and invites them to try like she is grading their homework with extra credit. She roasts their formation as bunched targets with 0 lanes and mocks their precious circle cast like a snack. One girl forces bravado through sweat and vows pain, but her eyes keep checking exits like sirens. Chalk screeches and sigils ignite as someone brings extracurricular curses to class, and the smell screams bad decisions. Luna tilts her head and senses shifting mana, clocking the culprits without even turning her body fully. The circle blooms bright as a smug hand finishes strokes, and Luna folds her arms, analyzing like a teacher. Her voice drops while she warns the trio they know exactly what mess they are courting tonight. Goblins crawl out grinning while off-screen, hyenas gloat they caught her lacking, and Yuno narrows his eyes. They brag about payback and medicine, and their plan screams group project energy with 0 ethics attached. 2 demons sprint with tongues out as bullies sneer about culture and stroll away radiating pure villain vibes. Yuno shifts forward, instinct yelling to jump in, but he hesitates and reads the tempo first. Luna plants her heels and speaks like ice, commanding a halt so hard the demons skid. She promises regret with 0 volume change, a calm threat that lands harder than any shout. The imps flinch wide-eyed with sweat leaking as predators realize they are appetizers on her menu. Luna narrows one eye and spikes pressure, holding aggro without moving a toe. Absolute raid boss energy. One twitches with a hitched breath as fight or flight jitters scramble his brain like eggs on a skillet. Yuno watches tight-lipped with sweat dotting his cheek, calculating her ceiling and his best backup roll. They inch anyway while drooling as pride says push, survival says run, and comedy says bring popcorn. 2 latch onto Luna with claws digging as she stays statuesque while Yuno darts in scanning openings. An imp breathes down her neck, and Yuno mutters he sees it, while she baits them even closer. Her hand slides to the jeweled hilt as she tells them watch closely, because class ends today. Blade coming out and pressure spiking. If you want part 2, comment matchmaking below right now. She leans into the dagger, counts his breaths, baits the stab, planning a wrist break as her ally jolts. She slows her pulse to a crawl, chin steady, daring his hand to twitch first. He rockets in shouting stop, sword forward, expecting carnage, but clocks her cradling goblins like misbehaving kittens. She pins their wrists snug, eyes quiet, thinking behave, or I squeeze and your boss loses leverage. He skids hard, gravel screaming, hand hovers at hilt, realizes it is Luna. Voice softens, ego breaks. She whips a crescent, hips stacked, blade sings, goblins cartwheel, ketchup freckles the air, and I gasp. Clean execution. He lands low, flicks a slicing wave, deletes stragglers, smoke curls, while she already scans angles like a raid leader. Her eye sharpens, danger pings off frame, she readies round 2. If you want part 2, comment matchmaking below. Yuno offers the dagger hilt first, cool smile steady. Luna measures him, pinches the grip, accepts without blinking. He pivots to bounce, keeping it polite. She exhales, cracks the sheath open, mutters thanks she almost choked on. Luna asks for his introduction. Chin high, she wants respect pinned down, no wiggle room. Yuno freezes, sweat beads. Inside, he clocks her intensity and panics about saying the wrong syllable. He laughs weakly and says he is not worth an introduction, dragging his own name through mud. A memory slams in. His sister roared about hidden talent and air rights, and Luna mirrors that fearless stance. She clutched a blade to her chest and vowed she would self-delete before wearing shame. Her voice spiked, eyes blazing, honor over breath, no compromise. The room stopped breathing with her. A man swung a knife, voices clashed. Kid Yuno watched. That wildfire moment rerouted his whole life's track. Back to now, he calculates risk. Instincts scream bail, avoid the girl, protect peace at all costs. He spots the ribbon, recognizes Luna, and sighs. Trouble has a name, and it found him. Luna states her name with calm pride, moon charm shining. She sets the tone like a queen. Yuno stalls, lips stuck. A single sweat drop does the talking. This man is rattled. She presses, turning etiquette into a blade. Silence equals disrespect. Explain yourself or fix it now. He gulps, jaw tight, still mute. His brain blue screens while the clock gets louder. She whips toward him with queen energy. He flinches hard, busted wide open. This introduction bout just escalated. If you want part 2, comment matchmaking below. He plants a hand to his chest, forcing calm. He drops the title. Second son Maru Byrene, praying pedigree lands. She says nothing, chin high, eyes scanning. Silence slices. He thinks, read the room and do not fumble now. He tightens the bow, delivers courteous acquaintance. She holds steady, accepts without words. Air loosens. To be continued. Their chessboard is set, and I smell drama. If you want part 2, comment matchmaking below.